Hello and welcome back to RC Legends. So on today's video we're obviously looking at a new arrival to the channel. So first of all, a massive thank you to Keith. So we've got the Kyosho Javelin. Never had a Javelin in all my years in the hobby. Never seen one in the flesh. Obviously the chassis is the Optima chassis, so I know that reasonably well. But yeah, with the sort of cage design to it, yeah, never had one. There's two kits. Obviously, this channel's relatively new, and there's two builds that I've got all the bits for, which I honestly think they're going to possibly be the best builds I've done across all the brands, and that's quite a big statement. But these are going to be pretty badass, I've got to be honest. Anyway, the other one's for another video, but this is a Javelin. So yeah, so this was the second variant of the Optima chassis. So I'll put a picture up of the original Optima. That was one I had. No longer got it, unfortunately. And then in 1986, the Javelin came out. So as I say, it was the second on the Optima chassis in 86. Don't know a great deal of what the differences are between the original and the re-re, other than the original was chain drive only, where now I believe a re-re gives you the option for chain or belt. So I've not cracked this box open yet, so I'll be interested to see if the chain and belt is in there or just a belt. But we'll go through that later. Yeah, so I think the best thing to do is now if I just show you some of the bits we've got for this, and then we'll bring the camera over and we'll take the lid off this and have a look at what we get. Right, so here's the bits I have for this. We have, not in any particular order. First of all, I ordered a Tamiya Fox driver figure. The reason I did that, and you Kyosho boys are going to hate me for saying this, but the Kyosho style of canopy driver cockpits, they're not great. They're very bulbous. Looks like the driver's been eating a lot of pies. It actually looks like I'm in the car. So anyway, I'm going to put the Fox one in there because it just gives it an extra level of detail, which I really like. We've also got a sort of set of black Optima wheels. Now they're mega important. I'll just put this picture up quickly. That's my good friend Robert's Javelin, where he put the black wheels on it. Now he opted not to put the wing on, and he went with like a louver effect in alloy, which is gorgeous. But yeah, and the reason I'm going for black wheels is because first of all, I'm going to actually spray this cage up white. I don't like the red. I'm not a massive fan of it. For me, white and the green, it just looks off the chart. But for build purposes, straight away, it's going to be 100% white with black wheels. I've also ordered the original reproduction tyres from Marwan. They're the OT30s. So I've got a full set of them on the way. They've not arrived yet. And they'll just take it to the next level of sort of realism to the original as well. Once we get into the box, if it doesn't have a chain in there, I'll probably order one because I want this to be chain driven. And then we also have the green roll cage. Now this is for a later date. Comes with a full set of decals as well. And obviously we have the matching wing for it. So I have to throw them on the floor because we don't have a lot of space here. So that's going to be in the future when all the white versions finished. And at some point we've also got an extra speed full carbon set for it, which is mega cool. And that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's got 8 pieces of carbon in it. But a normal person would fit that carbon as the build in the car, but I don't want to do that. The build of this is going to be build it completely kit, even if it hasn't got a chain, even if it's just got the belt, I'll build it completely stock, and then I'm going to have a better idea of my way around the chassis. Then we'll fit the carbon to it in a separate video, and possibly the chain, but I don't know that yet. And then in a third video, we'll do the bodywork, so we'll have to get it all primed up, spray it, get the tyres over here, then we'll get it on the wheels, the tyre writing, and we'll have that buggy finished then. I can't tell you how good it's going to look. I'll just see it in my head. It's just going to be awesome. And then we'll run it I've got other Kyosho wheels and tyres. I wouldn't run it with the reproduction tyres on there just for show. And then we'll do another video at some point and we'll do the full cage conversion over to the green. Obviously the kit comes with silver chromish wheels. I think they'll suit the green better, but again, don't know. So we might end up painting the kit wheels at some point for a better match for the green, if that makes sense. So yeah, there's going to be a lot happening with this, and yeah, I'm itching to get the build process going, if I'm honest. Anyway, enough chat. Let's bring a camera over and we'll have a good look at that and see what we get. Right, so there's a close-up on the box art. Obviously Kyosho, unlike Tamiya, don't do drawings. I'm not sure if they've ever done drawings. I think they've always used the real car, which is kind of cool in its own way. I like that. One thing I didn't say earlier on in the intro, if this is the first video you've sort of come across on a Kyosho, Kyosho do the re-rees right, and they improve basically the running gear on them, and they make them able to take modern like brushless and LiPo batteries. So yeah, they do it right, unlike unfortunately Tamiya, who just put out sort of how it was back in the day. But anyway, let's whip this lid off. Wowzers, look at that. Oh my word, Kyosho know how to pack. This is awesome. Wow, first thing I saw straight away, chain option and belt. That is a result. I'm really happy about that. We will 100% be going chain, because that's how it was supposed to be. But look, you got your final metal gears, counter gears, couple of metal, big motor plate. What's this? Belt drive pull. Oh, two different sets of pulleys. There for belt, there for chain. Yeah, obviously I should have thought about that. We've got the new tyres, which I really like, and I just put my finger on them. They are super soft rubber. And on the left hand side, obviously we've got the alloy chassis rails, front hubs, big front bumper, and then I think that's the second, the other motor plate, I think. That's the rear. Yeah, sorry, so that's your rear plate right hand side, and that's your rear plate left hand side. God damn, that's pretty. So just quickly, I just lifted that up. So in this section we've just basically got, I call it a red cage, but it's really orange, isn't it? And then we've got the guy, the driver figure, who really needs to go on a diet. But what I just did quickly, because I wanted to show you this, I just pulled a tyre out. Now this ain't going to come across on camera, I get, but this rubber is so soft. That's incredible. That is really sort of grippy rubber. With them being that soft, I would imagine they're going to, there's going to be some foams in there. Just checking that those wheels are the correct diameter for it, which they are. Just a little bit of a close-up on, so these are your main chassis rails, it's your front underguard, obviously the front knuckles, all in alloy shocks, the red ones, and then rear plate L. Just swap that over for this box. Yeah, so that's your other rear plate, which is your right, as I say, your belt and your oar chain. That is so cool. And then the different pulleys, should you want to use the belt or chain. And then all these metal gears. And Kyosho kits, they come with full bearings straight out of the box too. And then the manual, which I won't open up in this video. But yeah, I wanted to have a look at the decal package, because there's not a great deal of decals on the Javelin, as you can imagine, with it being a cage body. But yeah, you got your kind of main ones. You get, I love Kyosho, you get kind of decals like that just thrown in, which is awesome. But this sheet here is meant for the driver figure, but obviously, well, I'll show you the figure I'm using, which will be all paint. So let's have a look at the sort of upgrades. I'm definitely going to call this an upgrade. So that's the Tamiya Fox driver, very detailed. Seen it done, I'm not the first to do this, I'm not trying to make out I am. But yeah, that just takes the Javelin to a new level. Then obviously, as I said, we're going black wheels. And if you're interested in part numbers or anything, that's what we have. That's going to be mega cool. And then this is mega cool. Sorry, I keep saying mega cool, but it honestly is. Let's see if we can get a camera on that. So obviously it fits all the Optima range of cars. And actually marked up for the Kyosho Optima 2018. So what you get for your money, so you get the complete carbon top deck. Let's see if I can do this so you can see them all. Then on the left hand side, that's the rear shock tower. Oops, that's left or right side of the motor plate. You do get your money's worth in this kit. That's your front left and right front arms. I'm not too sure what you call that. That they bolt right onto the front at the top of the chassis. And then on the last bag, and I probably don't know what two of those is, that one there is your front shock tower. But these two pieces, I'm not 100%. One may well be a steering bridge, but don't quote me on that, as they say. So yeah, I've no idea how much that kit is, but you certainly do get your money's worth, and that's honestly going to add that's going to take the build to the next level as well. And then we have the spare cage body set, which is just awesome. These things do crazy money on eBay, I've noticed. It was something I'd never really looked at before, but I call it silly money. Who would spend that much money on these? I've no idea. Especially considering you can really paint, and maybe you struggle to get it this colour, but you know, if you're going to do like red, white, black, yellow, paint would do that. But anyway, so you get the new wing. I'll just give you, if you're interested in the part numbers for that, coming across. And then you get the main kit, which is super cool. And again, if anyone's interested, peppermint green. And at the back of that, as I said earlier, you get a full set of decals again for it. So yeah, that's awesome. I mean, I think some of the decals actually go on the cage itself, but not many. So I'm going to have a load of those left over, which is kind of cool. But yeah, that's just a mega cool set for the future. So I hope you agree, this is going to be a pretty cool build. Stick in the comments what you think, if you've got any experience, especially the extra speed carbon. Does it all fit straight on? Am I going to have any issues? What else? I think that's about it. I think the build's quite straightforward, to be honest. Yeah, it's just going to be cool. I think ideally in the future, once I think the white version, if it looks as good as I think it's going to do in my head, I think we might look for a set of the gold option house shocks. I can still call it option house. Do they have option house anymore, Kyosho? I'm not sure they do. But that might just finish it off. And also at the time of making this video, the new Riri Optima Mid is, well, it's been released, but it's not, and no one's got it yet. So with that car, there should be a lot more gold shocks for sale. But I do wonder if Tamiya may do platinum shocks again at some. You know, you remember the Option House Platinum back in the day, because yeah, I think with the white cage and the black wheels, the silvery chrome platinum shocks would just look mwah. But yeah, who knows what Kyosho's going to do. Anyway, my friends, I'll shut up because I've talked long enough. So I'm just thinking where this video's going at. Yeah, so this build isn't too far away for you to see, which is cool, and more importantly for me to do. So yeah, if this is the first time you've seen one of my RC Legends videos, if you could possibly give this video a thumbs up and then go subscribe if you haven't already. And if you've done that, turn all the notifications on, please, because we're really trying to get this channel up and running as quickly as possible. And that's pretty much it. So as always, my friends, have a wonderful day, and happy RCing.